Hey guys, Jay Johnson here, Transgender Support. Today I want to bring you a video I was inspired by some people asking me, okay, well, Jade, on a couple of videos now, you've started talking about preparation for two of the big things that some trans people might do. Those two things are hormones and surgery. Now, I want to be very clear. I want to reiterate this point through many topic videos that I always want to remind us, all of us, that there's no one way to go on this journey. And the reason I say that, I have to stress again, not every trans person will want to or will be able to start hormones for a variety of reasons. Not every trans person will be able to or will want to have some type of gender affirming surgery for a variety of reasons. And that's okay. That doesn't make them more or less trans. That's their journey, that's their situation. That being said, there are people out there who say, well, I'm excited to get started. I've started to talk to people about it. So what are some things I can do while I'm waiting? Because I know, Jade, you tell us, don't get impatient, which is true. Don't get impatient. Transition's not overnight, right? I think many people feel the same way I do, that every day we're transitioning more and more and more and trying to get more and more to our authentic selves. So keep that in mind. Now, I have some notes I took to my side here, so I'll keep referencing them. But this is really a fun, playful one just to think about different things that one can do if you wish, okay? So the first thing is, and this video is going to be speaking more to trans females, trans women. The first, of course, is, are you in a place where you feel comfortable and safe to start growing your hair out? Again, I want to be clear. Being a woman and accepting yourself as a woman doesn't mean that you have to have long hair, okay? Many women don't have long hair, but this is one I like to mention because it's fun. And for a lot of us, it's something we grew up thinking, oh, we're not allowed to grow out our hair because, what are people going to think? Is it going to look too feminine? Now, for me personally, what I did was I stopped cutting my hair. And then I was doing braids for a long time, which helped me to do something while I was growing my hair out. And certainly for a lot of Black and brown trans people who have history with doing braids or know about doing braids, box braids, it's a nice way to manage your hair while you're letting it grow out. I just took mine out recently and sort of embraced the natural. And my plan now is to try to keep it healthy, keep it strong, trim it, but just let it grow until I get sick of it and want to cut it like anyone else. So that's something that you can do, and it's just fun because even if it's sort of like your Saturday where you would normally pick up the clippers, say, you know what, not today. Keep your hair healthy, but start letting it grow out. Other things, what can we talk about? Again, not for everybody, but do know that people talk a lot about things like Botox and filler. The reason I say that is because that's not for trans people specifically, of course. However, what a lot of people don't know is there are certain places you can get in your face, specifically with filler, and a lot of plastic surgeons know about this very well, especially in larger metro areas, that can help to feminize your face, right? So it's helping create more of a round or heart shape to your face. There's things you can do. So in addition to maybe being curious about Botox and filler, because that's what you want to do in general, know that you have the option to talk to the doctor, whoever the person administering it is, and say, hey, do you have anything that is specific for trans consideration, feminization? The answer might be yes. What are some other things we can talk about? Oh, a big one is voice, speech pathology, and working on the voice. Now, this is a very sensitive topic that I will probably come back and do a whole video on, because I know that for trans women, we learn when you start studying about the process, there's nothing you can do to reverse whatever happened to your voice through puberty, without surgery, that is. Now, what you can do is you can do things with vocal coaches and speech pathologists, vocal therapists, to help you utilize your existing anatomy in different ways. It can be a very long process. It's a process that for many people, they never feel totally comfortable with their voice as it's modulating. And there's a lot of things to consider. So we'll do a separate video. It's something that I struggle with all the time too. It's hard to feel comfortable and feel like it's still you. There's just a lot of things to be said. But start the research now. The point of this video is starting, why not get started? Start doing the research, look for people in your area, maybe have a first meeting and say, I'd like to talk about what the possibilities are. And then I think maybe two more things is any sort of hair removal. That's a big one. Start that right away. Hair removal for many trans women can take a long time. The hair if you have hair on your face growing up, and not all people do, but if you have hair growing on your face, that can take a long time to remove, especially if you have thicker hair like mine or similar hair texture. It can take a long time to remove it. Hair that's on your body you want to get rid of, it can get expensive and it can take a long time. So give yourself the opportunity to pace your budget. Give yourself the opportunity to have the several sessions that it's going to take. No hair is removed in one session. Usually it's, I think, 6 to 10 sessions, depending on the part of the body. And then you still have to go back to refresh it. So starting earlier and seeing how the process is for you, seeing if you want to continue it for your journey is better. And you can ask questions, right? I think the last thing that I will mention for the purpose of this video is going to be clothing, right? If you want to start dressing differently. Now, I fully understand that in many situations, in many locations, in many environments, one may not feel good dressing differently than they have historically, especially around family and friends. But what I recommend is start slow. I've always been a scarf person growing up, so I was like, maybe you wear your scarf with more stuff. Maybe you start painting your toenails if that's something you want to do. Again, you don't have to paint your toenails. There's no rule for these things. But if that's something that you want and that's kind of your intended look, maybe you don't feel comfortable doing your fingernails yet, but you're like, I'll do my toenails. It's the winter time. I just want to feel that process, getting it done. It feels nice. Start doing that. Graduate to the fingers. Start buying things, clothing items that you can wear. I started practicing wearing like a brassiere, like a bra, seeing how that felt. Wearing it all day, having it under my clothes. How does that feel? Where do you get the stuff? I would get things online before I eventually felt comfortable walking into the store and saying, this is the dress I want. This is the sweater I want. These are the jeans I want. Again, do not rush the process and do not feel that your process and the steps of your process have to be the same as anyone else's, including mine. But why not start thinking about some things you can do starting today to start the journey or continue your journey and always have fun with it. I think we can talk about different things we can do to have fun together and support each other and keep each other going. So just a few fun things I thought about. As I think about more that I didn't put in my notes, I'll come back to you. But until then, have a great day.